What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back today to the original Road to Glory on FIFA 17. Today's episode number 56. And once again, if you do enjoy the episode, still enjoying the series, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on it and don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. I say this, I feel like, all the time, but I've got to say a big thank you for the support on the series. This is by far the longest running series I've ever done on YouTube, and the views and the support, the comments always just makes my day. So if you do enjoy it, like I say, make sure to leave a big thumbs up and comment down below in that comment section. But today, what you're going to be seeing is a relatively short episode in comparison to the ones that I've been doing recently. Of course, I've been streaming this series a little bit, so the episodes have been getting a little bit longer. So in comparison to those, today is going to be like a more traditional, probably around the 10-minute, maybe even shorter episode, like I say. And we're going to be basically unlocking the team of the season, Jose Callejon, and then chucking him into a team, which you'll see, and trying him out for one game. But Callejon is a player that I feel like a lot of people weren't particularly excited for, but personally, being someone that's currently using the 3-4-2-1, still rocking that formation, we're actually using, you don't see the team that we're using at the start of the episode here, but it's the same team that we built in the stream, and you saw last episode out. We've still got who's one of them, Bellet at right forward, we've got Son at left forward, we've got the Bronze Striker who we sub off at the start to bring on Dybala. And by the way, Dybala was tearing it up in this session. But going back to what I was saying, Callejon is someone that I was quite looking forward to unlocking, because being someone that uses a 3-4-2-1, he fits into that right mid position perfectly because he's got the high work rates, he's got fantastic pace, and he also gets a link into Nacho Fernandez, another one of the unlockable cards, both being Spanish, of course. And I don't think I showed you the tournament run to unlock Nacho Fernandez. You saw us unlocking, you saw that we'd unlocked him in the last episode, in the last stream, but I don't actually think I showed you the tournament run, so apologies for that. That was just something I forgot to me say. But I've got to say, I feel like everyone's been saying this, they've been watching YouTube over the last week or so, but it is hot right now. I don't think you understand when you're recording a video, and like in this moment now, the fan has to be turned off, the lights are on, the equipment's on. It is boiling hot in the UK right now. We don't have aircon, which absolutely sucks. So forgive me if I look like I'm sweating a bit, but it is like pushing 30 degrees again right now. But yeah, the Callejon tournament, we've done all of them. I think this is probably going to be the last one, to be honest now. We've done all the major team of the seasons. All of them have been reasonably comfortable, but this one I found to be the most comfortable. We won it first time. Team was playing fantastically well. I've already briefly mentioned Dybala was absolutely tearing it up, but the goal of the tournament has to be this one here, this Gylfi Sigurdsson free kick, absolute banger. And a couple of people asked me in the last stream who my favourite unlockable was. It was and still is Gylfi Sigurdsson. Callejon's going to have to do a lot to passing, because that Sigurdsson card, if you've unlocked it, then you all know it's got long shots for days, free kicks for days, and he's just a really, really fun card to use. But I'm a little bit disappointed now, because excuse me, although it's amazing that we've managed to unlock all of these Team of the Season unlockable cards, I'm feeling a little bit down inside knowing that all of them are finished. We may well get one for the MLS Team of the Season when that comes out, but that's going to be a while away yet. Then maybe the footy's been released again. I don't know if that's a thing that EA have confirmed, or if not, if it's happening at all. So footy's last time they did unlockable tournaments for, but no word on that yet. So I don't really know where to set this series from this point forward, because we've stopped doing Foot Champions. We're only really doing the unlockable Team of the Season tournament, so now they're finished. I'm really unsure what to do. So if you've got any ideas or stuff that you'd like to see on this Road to Glory, then let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, when we've been streaming, we've been planning at subscribers, but this Thursday when I stream, I'm not even sure if it's the original Road to Glory that I'm going to stream. I'm tempted to do some career mode, or we may even do some other games, something like Skate 3, which is one of my favourite games of all time. I was considering streaming, so let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. But yeah, 3-4-2-1 is what we're rocking out. Again, I've briefly mentioned it, and it's got to be at this point, this might sound ridiculous, my favourite formation on this game so far this year that I've used. I've been using it now for at least 4 weeks, and it just never seems to let me down. I love the attacking options that you get, and you'll see the instructions of the team in the game that we played with Callejon put into the team, because you're going to see the team that we put together, how we set up, all that kind of stuff, and the instructions. So if you are wanting to try the 3-4-2-1, you'll see the instructions that I use. Feel free to copy them and try it out for yourself, because honestly, I cannot recommend it highly enough. I think as long as you've got 3 centre-backs that have got reasonable pace in the locker, and some players that are going to get back, so the likes of the wings I think are very important in that formation. You know, you've got Son that's going to be tracking back in our team, Callejon there, but yeah, I think if you get the balance right, it really is an incredible formation. You can see there, we've just unlocked him, we win 4-2 in the final. It was actually a really comfortable game. It ended up at one point being a bit dodgy where this guy came back into it, but it was one of those games where I always felt like we were in control. But you've seen there in the stats, we did deserve the win, we came away with the win, and like I say, on the whole, the tournament was actually a pretty comfortable one. But you can see the Callejon card there on screen, who's now going to be put into our team, still using that 3-4-2-1 formation. You can see now we've got Dybala up front with Cuadrado, we've got that Callejon on the right hand side linking into Nacho Fernandez. Then on the left hand side of the team we've got a Premier League team, the likes of Martial, the player of the month Son. We've got the Gylfi Sigurdsson in there, of course, alongside in the midfield. Who else is in the midfield? I can't remember. We've actually got Ander Herrera in there because he links in the Premier League side with the side of Callejon. So yeah, really nice team. We go into a game in Division 1, which you're going to see in a second, just to test it out. It's still at this point the only game that I've played with the team, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. You'll see from the gameplay we actually play really well in the one game that we tried out. You can see Callejon's stats there. I mean, he really is perfect for the 3-4-2-1 formation. He could do with a bit better defending, so probably not perfect obviously, but decent physical, great pace, the high work rates as well, all absolutely fantastic. I think if you had a better weak foot, then he would be an incredible card, but that 2-star weak foot, of course, is a little bit of an issue. I think it's 2-star. I don't think I'm going completely mad, but you're going to see the gameplay in the background now from this Division 1 game that we played, and we dominated this game, and you'll see from some of the moves we put together, some of the reasons why I adore this 3-4-2-1 so much, because you always seem to have a run, you always seem to have an option, and if you can put the ball in the back of the net in the final third, and you can defend half decently, then I think you're always in with the chance to win the game. And I think when I first used the formation, I felt to be open at the back, but it's just a matter of finding that balance in the team that seems to make it work really well. But we actually go 1-0 down to this guy in this match. We'd been dominating again, we hadn't quite taken the chances, we'd had a couple of really good ones as well, but this guy takes his real first chance. He's got a very nice team, he's got that Foot Birthday Torres up front, who's an absolutely clinical card. As you can see there, really nice finish. And we're going half-time 1-0 down. Rather unfortunate to be so as well, if I do say so myself. But going into the second half, we do make a sub. We sub off, who do we take off in the end? I think it's, what's his name at right forward? Pulisic. And we bring on, I think it was El Shaarawy. That's a substitution I often make. If you've been watching the streams, you'll know that I always like to sub off my, my right forward and left forward to bring on fresh legs, because I've said it before, on this account we've just got so many incredible, untradeable attacking players. It's just impossible to get them all into one team. We've got the likes of Son, Dybala, Martial, Pulisic, we've got Callejon now as well, there's Suarez, there's so many, I can't even think of them all right now, but I often try and make the use of all the subs because I think that's the best way to get the talent on the pitch. But you can see, second half comes around, we end up going 2-1 up, and it was more than we deserved. Well, I'll say not more, it was what we deserved really. We dominated the game, the chances were coming, and it was only a matter of time, I think, as long as we kept on plucking away, that it was going to come. But 2-1 is how the game would finish, and we've actually played 3 games in Division 1 in this run, 1-2, draw 1, which is not a bad start whatsoever. But that is going to end off the episode. If you did enjoy, like I said at the start, leave a big thumbs up. Always appreciate your support on the series. I will catch you all in tomorrow's video. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Nidge out.